Rainy day in October, and we're here at the Pasadena Convention Center to check out Lightbox Expo Day 2. This is one of my favorite convention centers, but it's always hit or miss with the events. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're really bad. Seems like the lines this day were pretty rough in the morning. I got here in the afternoon, so I avoided the rain and the lines. But I'm absolutely lost. My hair is a mess because of the rain. I'm trying to figure out where to get a badge.
Pardon me, where do I get my badge?
Right around the corner where it says registration.
Okay.
Everybody.
Okay, thank you.
So after getting some directions, I head on over to badge pickup. Got all these wonderful entrances, but no directions pointing you to go pick up the badge. But I guess, you know, I'm showing up in the afternoon, so it's my own fault.
Yeah. Hello.
Saturday. There you go. Okay.
Thank you so much. Is this side Artist Alley? Okay, thank you.
So yeah, this was one of the events I've always wanted to attend. They didn't have it for a few years, or it was online. This event was actually created by artists for artists as rebellion against the CTN Expo, which is happening, I believe, in November or December this year. Not sure if I'm going to go to that one. It's kind of got the same vibes as this event, where it's a lot of people bringing portfolios and trying to meet artists, and I don't know, it's not really the kind of scene I enjoy anymore. This is definitely a college goer's dream, though. Like, when I was in college, I would have definitely wanted to come to an event like this. But the first stop today is my friend's BAM Animation. This is Max. I love his art. He's got some art here. They're selling coffee and tea. Actually sold out of the tea at this event, apparently. Very popular. The tea gives you smooth blinds, apparently. I'm not a tea or coffee person, so it's not for me. But I'm going to definitely pick out one of Mac's prints here and get some. I actually have all 3 of these posters and his little comic. Highly recommend them. But I'm checking out his new series here. These are pretty cool. I think I got the one in the middle. I kind of think I should have gotten the one on the right, but I don't know. Again, they had so much coffee. And they had mugs and all sorts of different things. But yeah, he's also given me a nice little plastic wrap for my print here, which is very nice. I had a lovely conversation with him. And it was great seeing him, but I'm going to let him go so we can continue to get more sales. And we're off through the crowd. Did I mention this place was crowded? Because it's crowded.
Sorry. let's do this.
So after wandering around, I found some anime girl stickers at this lovely booth here. Looks like he was sharing a table. Some nice artwork here. Decided to get some of these stickers here. I believe I got the two on the bottom, maybe? I don't know. We'll see in the video. This was actually my second purchase of the day after BAM. Here's his card, Kevin. You can freeze frame that and get his info if you want. I mean, yeah, so many people at this event. And it smelled like hot dogs in the back here.
Yeah, you can. So that'll be 4, and I will grab your change right now.
Thank you.
Oh, you just did it.
Oh, what? I didn't know you were doing it. Oh, Sunday.
Follow mine. They were too nice and pretty.
That happens, man.
Or should we try to find something for Does it overprint? Anything else or just that one?
I want to say, like, I'm sorry, something like
Okay. How much are your stickers?
So these are 3 for 12, or these are 2 for 8. These are all $5 each,
Okay.
and that one's 6.
Okay. Could I get 2 of these? Is it 5? And then 3.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And it's okay if I take a card? Okay, thank you. Babies.
So
I'm getting 2.
$2.
Yeah. Thank you.
18.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
So other than all of the artists here, there was a huge presence by the art tech community, I should say, or the professional art community at large. So Procreate had a huge stall in the middle of the Lightbox Expo here. This is absolutely massive. A complete show of force by Procreate. Definitely trying to make itself known as a professional standard, which I feel like is sort of coming into its own. A lot of people still use Photoshop as a professional means for drawing, but Procreate is definitely starting to take over with a lot of illustrators, just because it's on tablets already, whereas Photoshop had to adapt to become a tablet software. And I think it is nowadays, but I don't think people like using it as much as Procreate, because it's fun to hate on Adobe. Adobe is like the big man, right? And like they're buying everyone out and always improving their software, and you know, they started to put us on this stupid subscription plan of the future thing. But yeah, we're just running through a lot of these booths. There's so much stuff at this event, and yeah. But here we are slowing down. All these people here to see Tony Bancroft. Can't even get through them. These lines are so rough. But you can see the back of them when we were there. But yeah, moving on. Just checking out some more of the booths. A lot of cool stickers, a lot of cool independent artists here. A lot of cool figurines and statues and 3D prints and stickers, and this is a definite smorgasbord of art, and I'm so glad I didn't miss this. I'm kind of sad that I put myself on a budget for this event because I've been spending too much at so many of these conventions, but there was so much cool stuff around. I feel like this crowd tends to generate towards the, how do we say, like PC or less mature audience, if that makes sense. But then, of course, Wacom was here as well. They've got a new pen, apparently, for their Cintiq, and people were testing these out. This is always great. Love seeing tech displays at events like this. It's rare that you see tech displays at conventions in general, so coming to a convention like Lightbox Expo is very interesting. You can see that Toon Boom was here. There's Magma. I don't know what this is, but they were doing interviews. And then this whole side of the wall over here was basically just like small tech companies, sort of. Like here's an app drawing software. I think it was for animation. Looked pretty nice from a distance. There was also a lot of t-shirts on sale over here, some cool backdrops. I believe this is the Ross Draws backdrop area. I had to get a picture with this nice bench display. I don't think they wanted people sitting on the bench or something. No one was sitting on it. Everyone was just sort of standing around it and taking pictures, so I didn't sit on it. I kind of worry about sitting on things in general like that, because you never know like what is made to actually be sat on and what isn't. But then also BuzzFeed was here, and I'm so sick of BuzzFeed. I'm so sick of the Try Guys. I've had to block the Try Guys like on every social platform because they keep getting funneled into my feed. I'm convinced this whole Ned thing is like a ploy to get more subscribers. Like sacrifice one of their own to be newsworthy for a minute again. I can't stand it. But there's all these art books. These are usually at a lot of conventions as well. You can find them at anime conventions. But towards the end of the hall, this is where the Animation Guild is. And then over here is the SIFA. SIFA is a great organization for the preservation of old animation and stuff like that. I just recommend checking them out. Animation Guild's cool too. They got some cheap classes, but I'm not so fond of them. But it's been a long time since I've seen so many people at an event that's not like an anime convention or a horror convention. And it's great to see all these artists in one place as well. Especially like just, you know, the attendees in general tend to be a little bit more creative, because I feel like a lot of the people here are college students or people looking for work in studios. I think that's one thing that separates like an industry event versus like a regular convention. Like Anime Expo, you know, there's a lot of people there doing business and stuff, but it's more for the attendee, whereas this is like, you know, they want people to come here with portfolios and stuff, you know, and that's, you know, evident by going into this next hall over here. And this is where all the studios are. This is where Cartoon Network and Sony and all of the, you know, big names are over here. And also, it's very packed on this side. Everyone has very large portfolio bags with them. As you can see, they've got their sketchbooks, portfolio bags. A lot of people just standing around talking in the aisles and driving me insane. Look at this guy. Just get in the line. But yeah, there's also a lot of colleges recruiting on this side. I had a very awkward conversation with one of the guys at the Nomon booth. I was walking by filming stuff, and he like called me over, and he's like, "You're late." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you're late." I'm like, "I'm not late." And then I had a conversation about the school. And then as soon as like halfway through the conversation, he realized I was not like a prospective student. He like just totally dipped out of the conversation. I was like, wow, that's kind of fucked. Like that's kind of like some scummy business practices there. Like I used to like sing the praises of Nomon, but if that's how they're going about recruiting people is by gaslighting them into thinking that they need to like sign up for their school, I don't know. But yeah, these aisles are killing me, man. I like look at this. Like I thought Cartoon Network was dead. Why are there's like 50 million people lined up outside of the Cartoon Network booth here on the back side? You're gonna see it when I turn here. Look at this. There's Craig of the Creek. But look at this. Why there's so many people? And it got longer as like I was over here. Like I came back over to get a little bit better like shots, and it was still just as long. But rest in peace, Cartoon Network or something. I don't know. But yeah, there was also a lot of other studios here. There was a lot of prop making studios and 3D animation studios and small up-and-coming studios, and even some artists. Also a lot of schools in this area. And it was a good professional side of the convention center. Like the main hall was just artists, and then the other building is like panels. So it was nice to come over and just see what's going on in the industry, so to say. I'm sure CTN Expo that's coming up in a few weeks is going to have a lot more of this. But here's the Maxon booth, and I came up here because I was like, oh man, a free Maxon sticker, I'm going to get one of those. And I tried having a conversation being like, hey, I've got Red Giant. You know, I got a yearly subscription. I use it on the regular, and they just completely ignored me. It's like such bad salesmanship or booth workmanship or whatever you want to call it. I was so disappointed in Maxon from that. Like, those guys didn't even, like, give me half a second. They looked up at me like, yeah, and then just went back to being on their phones. Like kind of like the pompous attitude of the people at their booth. It's not a good sign. Like someone comes up and they say they're spending $1,000 a year on your software, and your idea is to just ignore them. Like, that's kind of fucked. But coming over here to the corner, I found Chris Sanders' booth, and I was really hoping to be able to buy some of his art here. He's got some really nicely priced comics here. He's also got these lovely models, which are just phenomenal, and he's got these spotlights on them, so they look great, like even more great than they would just on a shelf on, at his booth. His booth definitely stood out among the crowd here, mainly because he's got like an artist booth in the professional section. But just because his art is very vibrant and colorful, this whole section was very dark and dingy, and he's got lights on his booth. He also wasn't there, and I kind of wish he was there. It would have been great to meet him. Maybe I'll get to meet him again one day or something. I don't know. I'm sure if he was there, there would have been a massive crowd around him, and I wouldn't have been able to get to him anyway. This event had a lot of crowds and a lot of I feel like people just like to crowd around brand names when it comes to art and animation. They go up to them expecting like, oh my god, you're blah blah blah, and you work for blah blah blah. I need your validation to prove that I'm a good artist. And I don't feel like that's so much necessary in general. It's cool to meet people, but like to go like just pounce on them like that, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird. But I get it. Everyone's just trying to seek some validation. Here's the Nomon booth. I'm having a very awkward conversation with this guy right now. He called me, again, they like gaslighted me and saying like, you're late. I'm like, I'm not late. And he's like, yeah, you're late. And it's like, I guess that's how they recruit people now, is by gaslighting them. And yeah, it was very awkward over there. But here I am, I'm heading outside. This is the big display. It rained in the morning, so this whole thing kind of got muddy and nasty, and that's unfortunate. Didn't look like the paint job was very well done either. There's kind of some sloppy paint marks on these, but whatever. They were still pretty cool. Heading on over to the other building. This is where they have all the panels. I don't actually get into any of the panels, and they stopped me outside to hand me some free Women in Iran stuff. I don't know, you saw the hashtag, you can check it out. But they had this beautiful Sony Pictures animation with Pasadena sign here. This is not normally here. Still pretty cool, love it. But as you walk into the hall here, you can see all of these people waiting for panels. I sort of walk up the side over here. This was a bad idea. Cool poster here. This would be not seen by anyone, I guarantee you. I think I was like one of the maybe 100 people that actually took the stairs over here to be able to see this poster. But then again, you come down to the bottom floor and it's just more people waiting in lines to get the panels. This reminds me of my college days, going to events to get into panels and meet creative people and learn stuff. I don't really do that much anymore because I don't really need to learn things. But I'm always learning things, but I'm not going to like someone's glorified panel to learn things. But that's gonna be it for today's video, and I'm gonna let my past self do the outro. So have at it, guys.
Well, that's it for today's video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you guys thought of Lightbox Expo. I only ran through everything, so it was kind of packed for me. But I'm about to get my Uber, so I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh my god. Oh, save me.
How's it going, brother?
Get me out of here.